Thanks for tuning in to Let's Talk About It Media 21. I hope you're having a great day. Stay positive, stay focused. Let's get to it. What is the hot topic that's going on YouTube or Instagram? Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All comments are alleged, in our opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget, the Cash App is Let's Talk About It Media. Thank you for all your love and support.
Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem. Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you.
Of course, that's Dr. Jackie's statement. Let's get to more videos. You can kind of screenshot that so that way you'll have it for later.
I know you teach your patients and others about their rights. Can you talk a little bit about that?
As an OBGYN, as the health provider for women, my biggest teachable moment to a patient is make sure you feel comfortable with the doctor enough to ask questions. I want you to challenge me. Why, when, what, where. So definitely ask questions and see a doctor who makes you feel safe and supported.
Now that was from the show, and allegedly someone's fertility information was released on TV on the show. That was Buffy.
All over my For You page in regards to the comments she made about Black women, and I just want to give my 2 cents. I chose Dr. Jackie because, she's in the Atlanta area, she was a Black female doctor, and knowing like the high mortality rate with Black women during childbirth, I wanted to feel protected, so I wanted a Black doctor. But honestly, this was the most traumatic birthing experience I could have possibly thought I would have went through. To make a long story short, the day I turned 38 weeks, Dr. Jackie decided to induce me because they thought my baby had a low birth weight, meaning they thought he only weighed like 5 pounds. I went to the hospital that day not knowing that I was going to be spending the next 3 days in labor in excruciating pain. And not only was it painful for me, it was painful for my child because his heart rate was going up and down, up and down, up and down, with them trying to exhaust every option they could to get him out of me. So when all their methods failed, they ended up telling me that I had to have an emergency C-section because his heart rate had got too low. And y'all, when I tell y'all I was bawling from the moment they told me to the moment they put me on the table, crying, couldn't talk, like I couldn't even open my mouth. After that was all said and done, weighed him, he ended up being 6 pounds, 8 ounces, meaning he didn't have a low birth weight, and he could have stayed in me until he was ready to come out. Mind you, in those 3 days, I didn't see Dr. Jackie one time. Not one time did I see her. And I had my baby during COVID, so it was only one person allowed in the living room, me and my mom, and I was scared out of my mind, okay? Scared. And then my baby, like now, he has like developmental delays, and I don't know if I should associate that with them inducing me because personally, I feel like if they let him cook a little bit longer, he would have been fine. But who am I to say that's correlated? But that's just my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I will not be going back to her.
Let's get to the next clip of Dr. Jackie's apology.
Happy holidays to you and yours. I'm taking a much-needed pause to address comments that I made during a 2020 live interview with one of my castmates. First and most importantly, to Black women and mothers, including your friends, families, and the medical community who cares for you. Because my words left you hurt and feeling unsupported, I want you regarding maternal mortality related to women of color. But the fact is, we must do more because we are still dying more. If I could say it all over again, here's how I'd say it. When experiencing a health matter, keep a log of your concerns and symptoms so that you can provide them accurately to your physician. Have a buddy system, someone who can advocate for you when you're with a physician, especially when pregnant. Know that a second and third opinion is not just sometimes warranted, but necessary. I thank you for taking out time from your holiday to tune into my apology and my self-dedication to Black women and healthcare. I've been shaken and moved to be better.
So let me know in the comments how you feel about her apology.
Happy holidays to you and yours. I'm taking a much-needed pause.
There are a lot of women that are experiencing concerns in regards to having birth, giving birth, and the pain that they experience. And some of the women are some women are passing away from birth because the doctors allegedly did not take them serious in regards to their pain, their concerns. I've had friends that have had children and certain things would come up. They're given certain medicines. The children now have, like she was saying, some developmental concerns. So sometimes when you're seeing your doctor, yes, most women see their doctor. What? It just depends. Some women see their doctor, every 2 weeks? Weight, blood, whatever they need to do, and if there's concerns. Because, of course, towards the end, you have the Braxton Hicks. So for some doctors to say, oh, you need a doctor's note to take a day off. Well, if the baby's been kicking all night, it's not like the woman wants to go to work, hello, and be tapping on a computer if she's got no sleep. You know what I'm saying? So whatever the situation is, if they need a doctor's note, they need a doctor's note, because who knows what they experience throughout the day, throughout the night, and then to have to go see and go to a job. Doctors definitely need to take women more serious in regards to what's going on. She put it back on the patient. We'll have a log, have a buddy system. These shows, it's interesting how people are questioning her accountability, quasi accountability. It's the doctor's responsibility. Now let's go back to the lady that said they thought she had low birth weight. Come to find out, the child was 6 pounds some ounces, and it wasn't a low birth weight rate. And Dr. Jackie never saw her one time. That's interesting. If she's the doctor, you know what I'm saying? Well wishes. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe.